India's labour laws promise a full-time set of workers a range of benefits, from decent wages to paid holidays. But those from the country's poverty-stricken regions aren't always so lucky. Employers have found a legal loophole, leaving many workers exploited through the fear of losing their jobs at any moment. RT's Priya Sridhar now has this story.
It's got one of the fastest growing populations in the world, and getting India's eager young workforce into skilled jobs is no mean feat. Business tycoon Manish Sabharwal thinks he has the answer, a temp agency that trains and then touts its labor.
Our original idea existed all over the world, temporary staffing. But you know what, we've hired somebody every 5 minutes for the last 5 years.
Filling posts and bringing home a paycheck, it sounds like a perfect match. But for Indian firms, there are extra, more dubious benefits. India's tough labor laws make it hard to fire workers. Plus, permanent staff get decent hours, holidays, and a living wage, none of which apply to hiring temps. It's a cost-cutting gift, keeping employers smiling all the way to the bank.
India has always been a famous destination for foreign companies to outsource their work at a cheap cost. But a growing trend here is for Indian companies themselves to outsource their workforce to agencies like TeamLease. Instead of hiring workers for themselves, everywhere from malls to restaurants in India are using agencies to hire and manage their workers for them.
Sabharwal insists his workers do benefit, vital training they are unlikely to get in India's many poverty-stricken regions.
They're probably from the lower middle class, or people who really cannot afford a very expensive education. It's particularly for people who have those skills but don't know where to go. They don't have that grooming to them.
Kusum Panthri agrees. She's enrolled in one of the many nationwide TeamLease training centers to improve her English skills and enroll in a computer accounting course to make her stand out from the crowd to potential employers.
I was very worried and nervous about sitting for job interviews. I'm not fluent in English, so when the teachers speak in English, we get motivated and gain some confidence.
But critics say jobs people like Kusum end up in should be higher paid and permanent. And because the agency keeps the jobless figures down, many believe it's letting India avoid tackling its labor law maze, which lets firms get away with dire wages and sacking staff on a whim. But Sabharwal insists the priority for those on his roster is putting bread on the table.
And that is really where we came in and said that, look, a job is better than no job. And employers were not hiring people because they were scared of India's labor laws. We were saying, look, there are lots of kids who actually are not trying to mooch off employers or use the law as a weapon in their hands to hit employers. They just want an opportunity to get a job.
Priya Sridhar, RT, New Delhi, India.